Trouble Busters!
My name is Adam. I'm working in a certain hotel. Our hotel is often used for dinners and parties. We have a reservation for tomorrow night from a certain company for their New Year's party. I'm still new at this job, so it'll be a first for me to deal with a New Year party. I hope I don't get caught by some drunks. Just before that party, our manager, Lucy, gathered all of the staff, saying that she had something important to say.
Well, about tomorrow's New Year's party, I have something I'd like you all to cooperate with.
What? It seems pretty serious. What's gonna happen? Lucy gave us the most unbelievable instruction. I was about to experience the worst party of my career. The day of the New Year's party, all of the staff kept Lucy's instructions in mind and got to work. Apparently, the client's company was rather large, as a CEO, a section manager, and a lot of employees were attending. However, none of those employees were smiling. They were all looking down into their laps, expressionless, as though they were bored of listening to a school principal's speech. In the midst of that weird atmosphere, the New Year's party started.
Adam, can you check the tables and serve more food if they're running out?
Yes, ma'am. About yesterday's orders, are we really...
Shh, just do as I say.
And so, the New Year's party began. First, the CEO, representing the company, made a speech.
Well, thanks to all your hard work this year, we've made very good progress. This must also be thanks to me, who raised you all into such great employees.
The CEO made such typically horrible jokes as he made his speech. But all of the employees were completely ignoring him. They were all doing as they please, drinking and eating. Some were even speaking or using their phones.
It seems that young people nowadays can't listen to what their seniors are saying. If you keep that attitude up, none of you will be successful.
He must have gotten angry at being ignored, because the CEO started to complain. Even so, the employees were still acting as though he didn't exist. The CEO kept mumbling on, but it seemed like nobody had any interest. So he returned to his own seat without even finishing his speech. Next up was a section manager.
Well, today is the New Year's party, so usually I would refrain from lecturing, but I can't overlook this. You're all being incredibly rude to the CEO.
The section manager was outraged by the employees' attitudes towards the CEO.
You young people, with your phones and your chit-chat, you don't have any concentration at all.
His speech was more of a lecture rather than a speech, but he was also ignored after all. Most of the employees were now talking, so the section manager's voice was lost in the sea of conversation. Just like the CEO, the section manager gave up and returned to his own seat.
Hey, Jade, pour me a drink.
Smith, the other day I found a plastic figure I've been looking for ages.
Jade, are you listening to me?
Johnson, what are you planning to do for this year's Comic-Con? I think I might cosplay.
Jade, what's with that attitude?
There must be a mosquito or something flying around.
The CEO and section manager were still being ignored by all of the employees. I wondered why these two were being treated like this. It seems that there was a valid reason. So, let's turn back time to when Lucy was giving us our instructions yesterday.
Well, about tomorrow's New Year's party. No matter what happens, I'd like you to keep quiet and not interfere.
Huh? What do you mean? Is it a pro wrestler's New Year's party? Are they going to fight?
Of course not, you fool. The truth is, I've been told about a certain plan devised by someone from the company.
Plan? Seems like a pretty big deal. Could it be a surprise proposal or something?
All of the employees are cooperating to get their revenge on their horrible boss and manager.
Aw, proposal's not even close. I wanted it to be something much happier. According to Lucy, the CEO and section manager's oppression was terrible. Most of the employees had had enough, so they had come together for the New Year's party to get back at them. Like that, we would be cooperating with the revenge too. It's got nothing to do with me, but I won't forgive them. Trouble Busters! After being ignored for so long, the CEO finally lost his temper and began to shout and rage. He was pushing employees that were seated nearby and was screaming at anyone in the vicinity. He was struggling so much. Plates were falling from the table, crashing down to the floor loudly. However, we had already been given instructions not to interfere. I cleared up the plates quietly, like a robot without any emotion. Midway, the irritated CEO shouted that I was in the way. It's work, but what a horrible day. After that, the New Year's party was just pure chaos. The CEO and section manager were pissed off. The employees were still ignoring them. At this point, the two who were being ignored were more like clowns. Sad clowns, stuck in the corner, with no one to pay attention to them. The chaotic party was finally about to end. One woman, who had been quietly drinking until now, stood up and took hold of the microphone.
Test?
What? Jade, are you going to make a joke or something? She usually doesn't have any sense for jokes, I wonder what she'll show us. How about you dance around naked then?
All of us employees will be taking you both to court.
What?
The both of them were making faces, as though they'd swallowed something down the wrong pipe.
We've all endured enough of your harassment. We can't take it anymore.
Whoa, it started. Oh, life's dramatic. Yep.
What are you talking about? When did we ever do something like that?
You've done a lot up until now.
We have evidence too. Shut up! You don't have the right to talk back to me like that!
I didn't expect anyone to make any comments. Oh well. Anyway, we'll be taking you to court. Prepare yourselves.
After hearing the word court, the CEO and section manager seemed to be panicking, but the employees were serious and didn't hold back how angry they were with their glares.
Well, now that we've made that clear, let's go home.
Yeah, we don't have the time to hang around with these two.
The next time we meet will be in court.
Our battle has only just begun.
She's acting like she's in a movie. All of the employees left the hall, looking like they were in better spirits. Well, they've drunk plenty too. I'm not surprised. The only ones left in the hall were the CEO and the section manager, looking lost. Just like I had promised Lucy, I didn't talk to them at all and continued tidying up silently. Of course, all the other hall staff were doing the same. The hall became empty, and finally, the CEO and section manager left too. They had been standing pretty aimlessly, so it must have been quite a shock. And so, the unprecedented New Year's party came to a close.
Adam, thanks for your hard work.
Lucy, thank you too.
You must have been pretty surprised by today's situation.
Well, I felt like I had become a robot. It's the first time I understood how Pepper the robot feels.
Well, the woman that made that announcement is my friend.
Really? Lucy told me that the woman who spoke at the end, called Jade, was her friend. They had been talking about her workplace from quite a while ago, and Lucy had wondered if there was anything she could do to help. Like that, they came up with a plan to use the New Year's party as their location of revenge.
We've all come to a decision. We're going to take those stinking managers to court. That's for the best, but what can I do to help? We're planning on booking the hall at your hotel for the next New Year's party. We'll get our revenge there. Huh? Please don't tell me you'll be setting off a bazooka or something. Of course not. We're not on TV. We're going to step all over their pride and embarrass them at the party. Whoa, that's a really simple revenge. Of course, it's not just me. All of us will be ignoring them, no matter what they do or say. I just want to make sure that none of the hotel staff will interfere or say anything. Is that possible? Yeah, it's okay. I'll let everyone know. I'll make sure they don't do anything or say anything. This way we can rip their stupid pride into teeny tiny pieces.
So, the plan to give the CEO and section manager the cold shoulder was to proceed. For the employees, it was their final chance to take their anger out on their managers and embarrass them before they sued them. The hotel staff were ordered to play along so that the plan wouldn't go to waste.
Just as we planned.
Oh no, Lucy's making a really evil face.
Jade said that she had planned to rethink things if the CEO and section manager had apologized, but they didn't reflect on their actions at all.
Well, I'm not surprised. It's only a matter of course the employees wouldn't forgive them if they kept on with that attitude. Anyway, my job was finished too. I wasn't directly involved with the resolution, but I'm glad I could cooperate with the employees. A while after, I heard what happened from Lucy.
Jade told me that her CEO and her section manager were beaten to a pulp by the law.
Beaten to a pulp by the law? That sounds scary.
In other words, the employees won the case.
Oh, really? That's true. I'm glad to hear it.
The CEO and the section manager have been replaced, and it seems the company has changed as a whole.
That's great. I was curious about what would happen after a chaotic party like that. The employees from the party are currently working under a new CEO. It was a strange day for me, but all's well ends well, I guess. Personally, I never want to work at a party with a chilly atmosphere like that again. Trouble busters!
Trouble Busters!
My name is Jade. I'm just your regular nerd with a family. After graduating from an art course in university, I was working as a designer. After that, I got married and had a baby. I quit my job, so I'm currently working freelance. I don't know if that's what influenced my daughter, but she likes to draw and paint too.
Mom, look! I drew this in art class in school.
Let's see. Whoa, you're getting much better at drawing hair in the human body. That's my girl.
See, it's because I'm your daughter.
When I'm older, I'm going to help you with your work. I'm looking forward to it, Millie.
Yeah.
We were living an average, normal life, but I wouldn't have exchanged it for anything in the world. I was so happy. Even so, there was one thing that bothered me. Oh, hello. If it isn't Jade. Hello, Sheila. What are you doing in a place like this? Huh? A place like this? I'm just buying groceries for tonight's dinner. What? Both you and your husband are working and you're supposed to be rich, but you still shop in a supermarket like this? Please don't shout like that. Like I've told you before, we're not rich or anything. You're not rich, even though you're both working. Oh, please. Are you looking down on housewives like me? I don't understand how you came to that conclusion. But anyway, I'm a bit busy today, so I'll be going back to my shopping. Oh, I'm so sorry. I get it. Rich people don't have time for poor people like me. Did you see that? As you just witnessed, Millie is friends with Hannah. But Hannah's mom, Sheila, likes to make really spiteful comments. It seems that Sheila thinks it's ridiculous that I get money just for drawing pictures and is one-sidedly jealous of me. Whenever we meet, she likes to be sarcastic and on top of that, always tries to make Hannah compete with Millie. But Hannah, unlike her mother, gets on very well with Millie. And I could just ignore Sheila's comments, so it wasn't so serious a problem. But one day, I heard from Millie that her homework for the winter break was to draw a picture. The school would hold a contest to grade the pictures, and the prize winner's work would be put on display when the parents came to visit. That must have been what pushed Millie to work hard every single day, drawing picture after picture. Then the contest came to a close. Millie came home and told me excitedly,
Mom, I came first. I got first place.
I was looking forward to when the parents could visit, when I could finally see her work. But that's when the incident happened. I wonder where Millie's artwork is being displayed. Oh, Millie's mom. I've been looking for you. You're Lucy, Millie's teacher. What's wrong? I'll explain later. Please come with me. Okay. Huh? What is this? Lucy showed me a drawing that had been torn up. It had been ripped over and over, crushed and stepped on. It was clear that it couldn't be put back together. Thrown next to the picture was a ribbon that said first place, Millie. Earlier during break, Hannah, we tried to stop her, but we were too late. I'm sorry. Please don't apologize. Where's Millie? She said that her stomach hurt, so she's gone to the toilet. She still doesn't know anything. Oh, was it really Hannah that did this? Yes, I see. While listening to Lucy, I felt that something was off. Sheila definitely didn't like me, but Hannah was different. If anything, I heard that she and Millie got on very well. On top of that, Hannah was a very sweet girl and would apologize as soon as she felt she'd done something wrong. I couldn't believe that Hannah would do something like this of her own accord. Watching Hannah, who was clearly distressed herself, doubts began to swirl inside me. What's wrong? It looks like you're making a big deal out of something. To tell you the truth, Hannah ripped up Millie's artwork. Oh, really? What a silly girl. But I don't think it was on purpose, though. Sheila, you don't have to play dumb. What? What are you talking about? You must know better than anyone else that Hannah wouldn't do anything like this. Oh, I don't know. How can we tell if she did it on purpose or not? She pulled the drawing down from the wall and tore it in two. I don't think it was an accident. Well, at the very least, I'm happy it embarrassed you. On that note, I'm very satisfied. Why would you involve Millie? I hate you. And not just you, everything that has anything to do with you. How could you? That doesn't justify doing something this horrible. What? You don't have any proof. But you're going to make me the bad guy? Ugh, disgusting nerds. You have no common sense whatsoever. Can't believe it. I despise that kind of thinking.
What's going on?
Millie. Millie came back at the worst timing. I panicked and tried to hide the torn drawing, but it was too late. Millie saw her artwork.
What happened to this drawing?
Millie, I'm sorry. This drawing...
Huh? This is weird.
Huh? What is it?
This drawing has my name on it, but I didn't draw this. My picture was of the sight I saw from my window over the winter break. A snowy landscape. I haven't used any orange colors like this at all.
What? Is this true, Millie?
Yeah, no mistake. But isn't this Hannah's drawing? She said that she would be drawing the pretty sunset she saw on holiday with her family.
Hearing Millie's side, I finally realized what had happened. At the same time, pure anger welled up inside me towards Sheila. I couldn't believe that she would make her own daughter do something like this. I'll never forgive her. Only the Troublebusters can deal with a horrible mother like this. Hannah, this is your picture, isn't it? You didn't want to ruin Millie's picture, so you swapped them, didn't you? Is that true, Hannah?
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize, Hannah. Why did you do this?
Mom told me to rip up Millie's picture. She told me that if I didn't, I wouldn't be her daughter anymore, and that she'd kick me out. I was so scared. I'm sorry.
Sheila, please explain. What? Of course she's lying. That's enough. How much more do you want to hurt your own daughter? Well, Sheila, what is the meaning of this? What are you doing to your own daughter? No. It's a mistake. A misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? Aren't you embarrassed of yourself? No, but I don't want to hear any excuses. By doing this, I may be going above my rights as a teacher, but I'll be speaking with your husband and your parents about this. Oh, I can explain to her husband for you, Lucy. It'll be easier to talk to him since we're the victims in this situation. Understood. I'll leave it to you. Huh? Oh, wait! My husband and parents have nothing to do with this! Nothing? When they find out their own daughter and granddaughter is being treated like this, I don't think they'll agree. It's just one drawing. Just one? Hannah didn't want to rip up her friend's picture and tore up her own picture instead. Don't you understand how difficult a decision she had to make? Her kindness? What? Why are you so angry all of a sudden? Just as you say, I may be a disgusting nerd that spends all her time drawing, but thanks to that, I know just how hard it is to create one piece of art, and just how much emotion goes into it. You made her rip up her own artwork and even threatened to kick her out if she didn't. You're not a mother. You're not even a human. Jade, it might be a good idea to take Hannah and Millie home. It'll only get more dramatic here. You're right. I'll do just that. What? Wait! Can't take Hannah with you. I can't trust you with Hannah. I'll keep watch over her until your husband comes back from work. After that, even when we got home, Hannah kept on crying. But Millie said,
Let's redo the homework you ripped up.
and Hannah finally smiled again. By the time her father had come to pick her up, Hannah had calmed down and was back to her usual self. When they heard about the situation, Sheila's husband and parents and in-laws were all outraged. Her husband filed for a divorce straight away. Because of her financial situation, he was unable to demand compensation or childcare, but he kicked her out, regardless of her lack of savings. Recently, I've heard from other friends that they've caught sight of her in a convenience store, working at the register and walking the streets at night looking tired. After the divorce, Hannah and her father are still living in the same house, and Hannah and Millie are still good friends. Seeing them having so much fun playing on their way home brings a smile to my face. Troublebusters.
Troublebusters!
I work in an IT company, and last year I married Sheila. Of course, seeing as we only just married, we're still in our honeymoon period. I can't help but look forward to the end of the day, when I can go home. My work life and my private life was going really well, and I felt that I was going to become the perfect man. But it's our first year of marriage, and we're about to deal with a serious problem. Before we got married, we were talking about sharing the housework down the middle, but she can't do anything, so I'm doing everything. I'm home.
You're late. Just how much were you planning to make me wait?
Sorry, I got stuck in traffic.
I'm super hungry. My spine and stomach are already stuck together.
Oh, then that means that any excess fat is...
Stop blabbing. Hurry up and cook. Also, I'm going out the day after tomorrow, so can you get all the laundry done today?
Yeah. Sheila spends her days taking naps or going out to have lunch with her friends. To be honest, I have no complaints if she's going out. But when they come over, the house gets so messy. It's like they started a war or something. I wonder what kind of friends she invites for it to turn out like this. And the one to tidy up is, of course, me. Sheila's reckless when it comes to spending money, too. She always chooses high-end restaurants when she goes out to eat. And buys brand items on her way home, as though she's buying groceries.
Today's breakfast doesn't taste very good.
You're kidding. I taste tested it, though.
Something must be wrong with your sense of taste. Rather than eating something like this, I'd prefer pouring tea on rice and eating that.
If you're going to complain that much, then why don't you cook?
What? I'm busy.
Painting your nails?
Yep, otherwise my friends will make fun of me saying I look lame.
How about you just make your nails look like Edward Scissorhands?
How am I supposed to use my phone?
Don't use too much money, okay? You've got to keep the restaurants to a limit, or...
That's impossible. Tell my friends that.
Then can you cut back on buying brand items?
Nope, they'll say I'm slow on trends.
What's wrong with a snail's pace?
What? Don't play dumb. It wasn't funny.
If we're newlyweds, we should still be able to laugh at jokes like this. Normally anyway.
Yeah. My husband got angry when I didn't laugh at his joke. LOL. I just tweeted what you said.
What a horrible day. Also, don't play with your phone when we're eating dinner.
What are you, my dad?
Anyway, we decided before we got married that we'd cooperate with the housework, right? I think you can help out a little bit instead of just playing around. It's getting pretty tough to do everything after work.
If I feel like it.
You always say that. People who say stuff like that never do anything.
Oopsie daisy.
I wanna cry. Every day, I go to work with the lunch I make for myself. At break time with my colleagues, I enjoy my homemade lunch. When I go home, the house is either a mess, or my wife's sleeping, or she's annoyed. Every day was the same, and I began to hate my life. One day, I was eating my homemade lunch with my colleagues when I got a call from the police. Hello?
Hello, is this Adam?
Yes, this is.
I'm a police officer. I'm afraid we found 2 seriously injured people in your home.
Huh?
Can you come back right away?
Understood. I'm on my way. I left work and rushed home in a taxi. Outside my house, the police had put up tape, and it looks pretty ominous. Even though she was horrible, we had only just married, so I was worried, I think. I felt myself going pale as I spoke to the most important-looking officer. I got a phone call. Is my wife okay?
She was taken to the hospital earlier. She's in a very serious condition. They're going to conduct surgery straight away, but even if she's saved, there will be some scarring left.
What on earth happened?
The truth is, I'm very sorry to tell you, but...
Was it a thief?
No. She was trapped underneath a shelf.
A shelf?
Yes, I believe you had a glass shelf put up, came down on her, and...
Didn't the glass shard stab her all over?
Yes.
Ooh, that must have hurt. Huh. I heard there were 2 people when someone called me.
Yes, that's right.
Who was it? Her mom?
It was a husband from 2 houses over.
Huh?
I think his name was Aiden. When we found them, they were in their, birthday suits. I'm very sorry.
Oh, now I get it. Understood.
Can I have your alibi, please? Neither of them could speak, so we can't ignore the possibility that this was done on purpose.
I finally realized that the police officer must have felt very awkward. I wonder how he must have felt when he called me. My wife and our neighbor, Aiden, had surgery and regained consciousness 2 days later. On my day off work, I went with my lawyer to the hospital. My wife's parents were visiting when I arrived. Hello?
I'm very sorry for the trouble my daughter has caused.
We've made sure to tell her off.
She's very sorry for what she's done.
That daughter of yours is covered in bandages. How do you understand that she regrets what she did?
Sheila, you regret what you did, don't you?
Like this.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to divorce your daughter.
Huh?
I've been very patient up until now. She doesn't help with the housework, and she keeps on calling friends over. Frankly, rather than husband and wife, it was more like living with a troublesome pet.
Pet? No, pardon me. Please rethink.
No way. There's no way. No matter what you say, I want a divorce.
Can't you just give her one more chance? My daughter only has you left.
Please, think it over.
She has loads of friends. And she has that lover, Aiden. Look, she's got lots of flowers too. If she's had this many visitors, she'll be okay.
Who the hell do you think you are?
How dare you go and say whatever you like?
Me? What?
You, don't you feel any debt towards our daughter?
Nope, none.
Our daughter has been supporting you all this time.
Supporting me? Don't you mean sleeping around?
You're horrible. You're the devil.
You should have been the one to get crushed by the shelf.
Then I'll come back another day. Until I left the room, they kept on shouting obscenities. It was funny that Sheila was nodding along to their words. However, now I have everything I need for a divorce. Time for the Trouble Busters! Of course, I pitied them, so I decided to wait until they had been released before suing them. On the day of their release, they both came to my house, bandaged and supported by crutches.
Divorce? What do are you talking about? You should pay compensation.
You're one to talk. Of course I'm not going to pay compensation. You're going to pay.
What? Women don't have to pay compensation.
What kind of privilege is that? That's way too unfair. Calm down, both of you. First, why do you want a divorce? Let's debate about this situation quietly. Adam, you go first and speak your opinion. Why are you the MC? You're the reason why we're here. You're the one that slept with Sheila. Adam, please calm down. At this rate, we won't be able to have a proper discussion. You're in no position to lecture me. Why are you so calm? Adam, when you want to speak, please put your hand up. You're really irritating. Seriously.
Yes, I'd like to speak.
Sheila, go ahead.
Do you have evidence that we were cheating?
Huh?
We just happened to be naked. We weren't having an affair.
You happen to be naked? What kind of situation is that? Well, we were dancing naked. What? Is my house a naked beach or something?
Anyway, you don't have proof, so we can't divorce, and we won't pay anything.
Yes, okay. Then look at this. These photos are proof of your affair. Where did you get these? I hired a PI to find proof of your infidelity. No way. Can I see those photos? I want to check that they're not fake. What? You still won't confess? No matter how many times you look, they're real. They've been taken from a pretty good angle. There.
Nice, Aiden. How's that? If they're ripped up like that, you can't use them anymore.
Those are just copies. I also have them on USB. Rip up as many as you like.
No way!
Sheila, pay 14K. Aiden, I'll demand 21K from you. Huh? Me too. Of course. More importantly, if your wife finds out about this, I'm sure she'll file for divorce too. So you might have other compensation to pay. No, you're lying. That's impossible.
This is illegal. I'm going to find my own lawyer, so prepare yourself.
Understood. After that, Sheila advertently tried to find a lawyer, but no one in their right mind would take on a battle they were sure to lose. So she had to pay up. After the divorce, Sheila finished her rehab and got a job. It seems she tried to get a new guy, hiding her real personality, but her true colors were revealed instantly, so she hasn't managed to remarry. As for Aiden, he paid both my compensation and his wife's, and is living alone somewhere. I managed to get promoted, and the CEO, who I've been quite close to, introduced me to his daughter, and we married. We have fun doing all of the housework together. They say that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, so if you want to see your partner's true colors, it might be faster to meet their parents. Trouble Busters!
Trouble Busters!
My name is Adam. I work in construction. It's a pretty tough job, but it's worth it. I've always wanted to do this kind of work, so I have a lot of fun. A few years ago, I married a woman called Lucy and have been living a happy life ever since. She's the best! One day, Lucy's little sister Sheila announced her engagement, so we went to her house to see her.
Lucy! Sheila's finally getting married. I'm still surprised you found a husband first. Don't let me in with Lucy. She must have panicked and grabbed whoever was closest. It took me a long time to find the right guy. Oh, really? I just thought it was because nobody would look your way.
They started being rude to Lucy the moment we came through the door. It seems that they've always treated her like this. Plus, I feel like they dissed me too. Ever since she was a child, Lucy was good at studying, but apparently, her mother thought that smart children were disrespectful. So, when her sister turned out to be not as good as her at studying, her mother started to favor Sheila more. Sheila grew to copy her mother's attitude toward Lucy, and would bully Lucy, calling her an ugly bookworm and such. I guess there's no helping it, since she's an idiot. It's a horrible story, but even though they're related by blood, Sheila and her mother would treat Lucy as though she were an enemy. As for her father, he had already passed away a few years ago. In other words, Lucy's family was in a versus situation, with Lucy in one corner and her mother and sister in the other. Congratulations on your engagement, I guess.
I don't need a construction worker like you congratulating me.
How rude can you get? Shall I reconstruct that brain of yours? Come to think of it, I'm surprised your fiancé agreed to marry you.
Huh? Did you say something?
Nope, you heard wrong.
I guess the gap between sisters can be seen in their choice of husbands, too. Sheila's going to marry a man working in a famous IT company. In comparison, Lucy's married to a construction worker. Mom, don't be so rude. But it's the truth. No matter how much of a smartass you are, I guess you have no taste in men.
Can I go home? Why do I have to listen to how great my sister-in-law's fiance is and get dissed in the process? What a horrible day. God damn it.
Anyways, congrats. Can we go home now? Wait. Lucy can come to the wedding, but Adam can't.
Huh? I don't want to go anyway, but why?
Because it's embarrassing if people find out that my sister's husband is working in construction, of course. I don't accept you as family, so you can't come. And don't breathe here either. Sheila, how dare you? What's wrong? You're allowed to come. It'll look weird if you don't come, actually. Just pretend you're single, okay? Why should I act like I'm single for your sake? If you're not going to invite Adam, then I'm not going either. Lucy, you're the older sister. Don't be selfish. I'm being selfish? This is so stupid. I'm leaving.
I guess we had a good time? After being thoroughly badmouthed by my in-laws, we went home without speaking a word, but I knew that we felt exactly the same way. I couldn't believe it, but it seems that they called us to their house just to tell me not to come to the wedding. They're seriously beyond help. A while after, we received my sister-in-law's invite in the post. Only Lucy's name was written, and my name was nowhere to be seen. Lucy was really pissed off.
I swear I'm not going.
She circled decline and sent it back. Then, Sheila called her, angry.
Lucy, what do you mean by decline? Because you said to Adam that he's not family. If you're going to say something like that to my husband, then I'm not going. If he's not family, then I'm no longer family too. I've already told my fiance that I've got an older sister. You've gotta come or I'll look bad. Then you've gotta invite Adam too. It'd look just as bad if I don't come with my own husband. No way! I don't want to call someone like him to my wedding. Then I'm not going. See you, but I won't.
Was that Sheila?
She was looking down on you, as always. I'm definitely not going to her wedding.
Lucy seemed angrier than ever and announced once more that she wouldn't be going. But this must have annoyed them because my in-laws came all the way to our house to complain.
You! It's your own little sister's wedding, and you say you're not going? Oh wait, is it because you're jealous of my super elite, handsome, darling fiance? I told you before, if you don't invite Adam, I'm not going. Give up and go home. You're still going on about that? Like I said, I don't want some low-level construction worker coming to my wedding. Why can't you understand that? You're so stupid.
They're still making an idiot of me. I was watching from another room, but I finally lost my patience with my sister-in-law. I can't let them step all over me like this anymore. I won't forgive them. Time for the Trouble Busters. Hello. Good day to you. I'm the lowly construction worker.
What do you want? Why are you so upbeat?
According to you and your mom, my job is too inferior for your taste. I'm the king of inferiority. If I went to your wedding, I'd probably ruin it.
Oh, it seems that you finally understand your position. See, Lucy, stop being stubborn and come to my wedding. To be honest, if someone as unfriendly as you came, it would be problematic. But we'll let you come because you have to look like a good family. Be thankful for that.
Aw, they're trying this hard. Why don't you go for their sake?
But...
I whispered into her ear. Just follow my lead, okay?
Okay.
Lucy will go to your wedding. Don't worry.
You finally understand. Then I'm looking forward to the wedding presents.
After promising that Lucy would attend, they both went home in a good mood.
Adam, why would you say that I would go?
I thought it would be good to just tell them that for now. If you keep on declining, you'll just get more annoying.
Yeah, I guess. We're probably prepared to stick around until I agreed.
You can just cancel on the day. They've gone too far with their insults. You're not obliged to go.
That's true. I can just say I have a fever or stomach, back, or even joint pain on the day and make excuses not to go.
On the surface, Lucy had told them she would attend, but in truth, she had no intention of going. It's a planned sudden cancellation, but that rude and selfish little sister deserves it. On the day of the wedding,
I wonder who this is. Hello? Hello? I'm the mother of the groom. You're Sheila's older sister, aren't you? Why aren't you here? What? Nice to meet you. Why do you know my number? To hell with that. Tell me why you're not here. Hey, please don't copy me.
That's John Krasinski's line. Lucy, who's that?
Sheila's fiance's mom. She seems upset that I'm not coming.
Let me say something. Hello, this is Lucy's husband.
A husband? I thought she was single.
The truth is, we're married, but Sheila's lying to you. Apparently, it's because she doesn't like that I'm working in construction.
Huh? What do you mean?
Sheila said, construction workers are so inferior. You're not family, so don't come. Just like I was told, I'm not going, since we're not family.
Sheila said that?
Yes, Lucy said that she didn't want to go to her sister's wedding if Sheila was going to say stuff like that, so she's still at home. Please enjoy your wedding, with all your fancy jobs and stuff. I said my part and ended the phone call. It seemed she still had something to say, but to be honest, she seemed like the annoying type, so I didn't want to talk anymore. Well, I've said what needed to be said, so it should be okay. The situation got much worse a few hours later. After the wedding, my mother-in-law and Sheila came flying through the door, crying.
What's wrong, Sheila? Because of you, my fiance canceled the engagement. How are you going to fix this? You canceled the engagement? You're a horrible daughter. How could you do this to your little sister?
Please, explain what happened. According to the both of them, the groom's mother went straight to Sheila, asking if my story was true. In the beginning, Sheila was trying to cover up the truth, but she was making things up as she went along, so the groom's mother felt she was suspicious. The groom's mother then told her son what I had said about looking down on my work in construction, and about how Sheila had covered up my existence. The groom himself was outraged by his fiance's attitude.
Don't you understand just how significant construction work is in the world? There's no superior or inferior when it comes to jobs. What? Did you only want to marry me because of where I work? My position?
That's not true. It's because I love you.
Oh really? What if I were to quit and get a job in construction? Would you make an idiot of me, calling me the lowest of the low?
That's...
And so, the bride and groom had a massive fight, moments before their own wedding. On top of that, the parents of each were dragged into the argument, and it became a battlefield. In the end, Sheila's fiancé said,
I can't marry a woman that thinks like that.
and the ceremony was cancelled. Furthermore, he cancelled the engagement on the spot too. Her fiancé's a good guy. I wonder why he proposed to her in the first place.
Adam, you're thinking out loud. The both of you! How dare you break up my wedding like that?
You broke up your own wedding. Think carefully. Remember what your fiancé said.
It's all your fault that Sheila's wedding was ruined. You better watch yourselves.
Ooh, what are you going to do? After crying and making a scene, my in-laws finally went home, screaming that they would sue us as they left. After that, they really did get a lawyer and attempted to sue us. But, of course, they didn't have a good enough reason or proof to see it through. If anything, Sheila's ex-fiancé was on her back about the cancelled wedding fees and such. He had demanded she pay the cancel fees for the entire wedding and compensate the wedding presents from the guests.
Sheila's thinking is finally bitter in the ass, so I hope she learns a lesson from all this.
Either way, it's likely we won't meet anymore, so I don't care. If she hadn't looked down on my work that time, she might have still been able to marry him. We had cut our ties with my in-laws, so we haven't met them at all. Lucy's finally been freed from her horrible mother and sister, and looks like she's having more fun. Sheila was saying to me that I wasn't family, but I guess she never imagined that her fiancé would cancel their engagement. There's a lot of different jobs in the world, but there's no ranking for what's better and what's not. People that look down on and discriminate against other jobs will get their just desserts. And I hope Sheila's ex is happy. Trouble Busters!